Rural Health Care, the Maternal Health Compact. My name is Xiomara Cabrera, English Técnico, teacher, Dr. Mocoso. Talk about its definition. It covers all aspects of women's health from pregnancy to delivery to postpartum. Although motherhood is often a positive experience, for too many women it is synonymous with suffering, illness, and even death. A continue is video.
In 2010, MSF staff assisted the delivery of more than 150,000 babies.
Once I arrived, they calmed me down and quickly prepared me for surgery. They gave me injections and anesthesia. When I woke up, they said, "Madame, here is your baby." I was surprised, and I said, "Oh, what a sweet little thing."
Whether in Haiti following the earthquake or providing assistance to displaced, refugee or isolated populations, MSF teams often work in settings where emergency obstetric care is lacking.
When the contractions got very strong, I went to the health center. They asked me to find transportation to the hospital. My family went to go find a motorbike. When they found one, I got on the motorbike with the clinic midwife and we left for the hospital.
These two mothers went home with their babies, but each and every day, around 1,000 women die in childbirth or from a pregnancy-related complication, a tragedy that can be so easily avoided, particularly with the help of good quality healthcare.
Talk about its application in nursing. Essential services for mothers include basic quality care material, healthcare, adequate nutrition, provision of womanly, and preparation for practical life for pregnant women and families, teaching them to recognize warning signs in relation to maternal health and informing them of the mechanics of referral of pattern. Talk about its video.
Mortality risk increase. Now, some complications are anticipated. So we are beginning to see and understand is that preterm labor and birth may have many different associated triggers and processes, things like a multifetal pregnancy, polyhydramnios. Those two things work together and can cause overdistension of the uterus. In conjunction with each other, they can all lead up to the potentiation of a preterm labor and birth. Potentiating it with the oxytocin, we're going to have preterm birth. So for the woman who has restricted home activities, think about what she's limited with, okay, and make her environment as conducive as possible to, limiting movement and excess ambulation. So, kind of bring the things that she may want or need closer to her. Now, she will still be more than likely allowed bathroom privileges. She can get up and get a shower and stuff like that, but she just doesn't need to be doing extraneous activities to successfully do this. A non-stress test will be done to confirm fetal well-being. Contraindications to doing a version would include uterine anomalies, any third trimester bleeding, multifetal pregnancy, so twins or trips, oligo, placental insufficiency, a nuchal cord, CPD, or any previous uterine surgery. Internal version, which isn't done very often anymore, is completed by the provider actually inserting a hand into the uterus and trying to reposition the fetus that way.
Talk about its advantages and disadvantages. Advantages. Right to precise information about the risks and benefits of procedure in childbirth. They must be able to choose in everything related to pregnancy. Provide voluntary access to a core family planning service and information. severe attentions of specialist assessment with the support of medical service. Disadvantages: severe bleeding, mostly after delivery, infections, usually after childbirth, gestation, hypertension, preeclampsia and eclampsia, complications at birth, downward absorptions. Talk about is video.
Screening and preventative tests free with Momentum Health.
Having a new baby should be a time of joy, but many new mothers struggle with breastfeeding and feel frustrated when it doesn't happen easily. Breast milk gives babies the best nutritional start in life and is crucial in establishing the bond between mom and newborn. Louise Goosen is a lactation expert at Mowbray Maternity Hospital who helps women learn to love breastfeeding, and she's passionate about the strong health benefits that breast milk gives a child.
Good. I see your little baby's breastfeeding.
Breast milk has many advantages over formula food as it contains antibacterial and antiviral agents and all the right brain and bodybuilding components for a newborn's development and lifelong health.
Breastfed babies are less likely to get diabetes, coronary heart disease, their cholesterol levels are better balanced, and so one can go on and on. But maybe the more unusual advantages for babies is intellectual advantage. I don't know how many people know that babies who are breastfed actually score higher on their IQ rates around about the age of 5 and 6 than formula-fed babies. Any problems with the breastfeeding? No, she's doing well. There's a huge difference between breast milk and formula milk. You can try your utmost to replicate it, but you actually can't. You cannot put those live organisms that are in breast milk into formula. And of course there are mothers who can't breastfeed. We should help them to the best of our ability and make them feel happy and satisfied with the situation they are in.
Firstly, it was difficult because I really didn't know anything about breastfeeding. But as soon as I was taught, I had nurses helping me, and then it was fine.
Talk about is usually a play in Ecuador. About the 83,000 women die every day from complications related to pregnancy or childbirth. In 2015, some 33,000 deaths were estimated among women during or after pregnancy. Virtually half of these deaths occur in low-income countries, and most of them are avoided. Talk about is video.
It's easy to look at the Earth's population and think of it as just a number, but every one in that 7 billion represents an actual mother giving birth to an actual child, often with detrimental effects on the health of that woman. A woman dies from pregnancy-related causes every 2 minutes. That's one mother gone after each time you brush your teeth, if you're a thorough brusher. This issue correlates with global economic disparity. 99% of these maternal deaths, shown in darker colors on the map, are happening in underdeveloped countries. What's causing these deaths? Lack of access to modern contraceptives, close together pregnancies in younger women, and inavailability of sexual education, to name a few. Let's work to solve this problem by improving the quality of reproductive care, making sexual education and family planning available, and boosting female education. We love our mothers. Let's look out for them like they deserve. XOXO, 7 billion.
And finally, conclusion. We must address the inequality in the quality of service to achieve greater health coverage in comprehensive care, addressing the cause of mortality, a strongly health system, providing information and methods to ensure improved quality of care and maternal equality. Talk about is video.
In the last 10 years, we have reduced the overall rate of maternal mortality by successfully tackling the direct complications of childbirth. Now is the time to reduce it further by tackling the indirect causes of maternal death. Right now, every other day, a pregnant or recently pregnant woman in the UK dies. 2/3 of those that die from a medical or mental health condition, not as a direct complication of pregnancy itself.
I wish I'd thought about other causes of breathlessness. I might have realised the significance of what she was trying to say about not being able to lie flat. I might have picked up the pulmonary edema.
Never make the assumption that symptoms are just caused by pregnancy. With the stakes so high, if a woman tells us that something is wrong, we must listen to her and go in search of an explanation. Appropriate assessment and treatment is key. Remember that pregnancy causes physiological changes, and women can look well but still become sick very quickly. Search for cardiac causes of persistent breathlessness or chest pain. 23% of maternal deaths are from a cardiac cause.
She came in following a seizure. She admitted she'd stopped her anti-epileptics as she'd heard they could harm her baby and was scared. She was discharged home and we urged her to restart her medication and dictated a letter to neurology. Thankfully, my senior told me it was urgent, so I also called and made an appointment directly with the epilepsy nurse specialist straight away. Another seizure could have been fatal.
11% of maternal deaths are caused by neurological conditions. Never advise women to stop medication unless discussed with an expert. Worsening epilepsy or first seizure in pregnancy is an urgent situation, and phone referral to neurology is necessary.
Thank you.